Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I hope everyone is in the best of health and iman. Now, for those of you coming to Turkey in September, October, or maybe even next month, August, I believe you may be wondering the cost of living here, how much it will cost you to get a student apartment, to rent an apartment, how much it will cost you to get your health insurance, how much it will cost you to apply for residence permit, how much it will cost you to get a student card, to get a bank card, to move around, transportation cost and all these things, as well as groceries. So in this video I want to share with you the current prices of things in Turkey, and I want to focus on Istanbul and Ankara, and I want to show you a very reliable website to calculate all of these costs so that you have an idea of how much you are going to be spending on your arrival in Turkey. Now, as of today, the dollar rate is exactly about 26, but it keeps changing every day, every second. So by the time you watch this video, whenever it is, simply go on to Google, type $1 to Lira to know what the current rate is. So I'm going to be telling you the prices in this video in Lira, and then you can convert them to dollar by just dividing it by the current rate. Okay, Bismillah, let me quickly take you through the website. So it is called Numbeo. You can type Numbeo, or you can type cost of living and then add Numbeo to it. So we can just come here directly, click on this and select a city. All right, now we are here, cost of living in Istanbul. Here you have a quick summary, but what I want us to focus on is that here they have estimated 13,000 Lira to be the cost of living for a person without rent. That is important. So we're going to see the cost of rent in a minute. Now let me quickly explain how this works. Different people can just input the cost of items on this website, and the website would calculate based on that. So this is the range. You can get a meal in an inexpensive restaurant for about 100 Lira. It could be as high as 300 Lira. So here we just have the average, not exactly the average, but a good balance for most restaurants. For students, I don't think you'll be spending more than 150 Lira. Yeah, in Ankara here you can get doner, which is like shawarma, for about 80, 90, 100 Lira. Yeah, depends on the things you want in it. Okay, let's quickly move on. McDonald's, domestic beer. Let's go to water. This one says 0.33 liter, but that's a very small one. This is quite high. Okay, let's look at Pepsi. 25 Lira. I think I bought Pepsi of 2.5 liters just 2 days ago, and that was 39 Lira. Pepsi was 40 Lira. Sorry, Coke was 40 Lira. Fanta was 39 Lira. Okay, now you can see the cost of milk here. You can see the cost of 1 kg of rice here. Minimum 27 Lira. There are some markets you go to, you find them cheap. They usually have things like Sunday market, Monday market, Tuesday market, Wednesday market. Depending on your neighborhood, there is a market on a particular day of the week. So maybe you can get it for cheap prices here. I think I saw one for about 30 Lira for 1 kg of rice the other day. Same thing for eggs, cheese, chicken fillet, all these things. Yeah, so these prices are actually updated, and that is exactly how they are here in Ankara, from this to these ranges on the right side. Now for transportation, just this Monday there was an increase to the cost of transportation here in Ankara. I think it was the same way in Istanbul. Usually they increase first in Istanbul, then in Ankara. So let's quickly check it. Ankara tam bilet fiyatları. Oh wow, it has been increased to 15 Lira. So for a student, we have student card, that is 7.5 Lira. Once you tap it once, that's 7.5 Lira. Once you get out of the train station or the bus station, or once you get out of the bus or the metro, the underground train, and you want to go in again, you have to tap it again. So every time you tap is 7.5 Lira. But for students, there's something called abonnement. Abonnement literally means subscription. Let me see if I can open this. This is Ego. This is the official website of the government buses, government transportation. So you can always trust this website. Now, there is something called abonma. So abonma is now 220 lira. What abonma means is that as a student, I can put a subscription on my card. So if I pay 220 lira, I get how many rides? Sinirsiz. Now it's Sinirsiz, unlimited number of rides. So I can keep using it for a month, and that is just 220 lira, which is very, very good. Honestly, I think it's very, very good for students. So before, it used to be 140 lira for, I think, 220 rides. Yeah. So now it's now 220 lira for unlimited number of rides. So that is the cost of transportation. Now if you want to take taxi, let's see, where is taxi? Taxi 1 kilometer is 8.51. I think this is not updated yet. Now let's go to accommodation, utilities, monthly, electricity and all these things in Istanbul for 85 meter square apartments. How big is 85 meter square apartments? Let's see. I really want to know how big this 85 meter square apartment is. Can I see what this video says? Maybe 2 or 3 people can live in it. So in an 85 meter square apartment, the living room is like this. Okay, this is in Paris, I know, but just to get an idea of what it's like. Okay, you got an idea of the living room, the dining room. Where are the rooms? The kitchen. Okay, toilets, just one toilet maybe. Kitchen. Kitchen is quite small. I think this is just okay for 2 people at most. How many rooms? Closet, bathroom, bedroom 2. So there are 2 bedrooms. Where's bedroom 1? Kitchen, living room. And this bedroom 1. Bedroom 1 has no bed in it. Yeah, maybe husband, wife and kid, something like that, or 2 people. Yeah, it depends on how spacious you want your apartment to be. So that's 1,600 TL for electricity, heating, cooling, water, garbage and all these things. Now for mobile phone monthly plan, Vodafone is cheaper, then Turk Telecom is the next, followed by Turkcell. Okay, let us see for Turk Telecom. So Turk Telecom is between Vodafone and Turkcell. Not too expensive, not too cheap either. 30 gigabytes, 190 lira for 90 days. And this is for those that are buying a new line. Okay, we're also going to check how much it costs to get a new SIM card. 25 gig for 195 TL. This is cheaper than Turkcell. 15 gig for 159 TL. 10 gig for 139 lira, and it's for 28 days. So now you have an idea of the cost of things. So was it in February a new student came and we were asked to pay 700 lira because he did not have his residence permit card yet. So if you don't have your residence permit card yet, you have to register with your passport, and it is way more expensive. All right, let's quickly look at clothing and shoes. 1 pair of jeans, this is quite high, but if you look at this, you can see that this is the actual price. So I was at Cotton the other day to see the prices, and it was between 500 and 650 lira for the normal jean, black, blue trousers. Yeah, of course there are some that go up to this. Yeah, and there are other places you can get cheap stuffs. Like I said, this Sunday, Monday regular market are also there, and there are some places we refer to as outlets. In outlet, things are cheaper. They are usually maybe on the outskirts of the city. It's quite far to get them, but you can get things cheaper there. And there are some sales that are always occurring every day in some other parts of the cities, or those that sell in wholesale and want to sell them one by one. Those guys also sell it cheaper, so you can check those places out. But still, the prices have increased generally. Now, rent per month, which is the most important part of this. The rents are now expensive. Here it says that a 1 bedroom in city center is 16,000. That is so true. I mean, it's so high. And outside city center is 10,000. That is so true. Same thing in Ankara, by the way. I believe it should be way higher than this in Istanbul. Maybe the prices have not been updated on this website. Actually, to see the real cost of houses and apartments in Ankara, Istanbul, or anywhere in Turkey, this website is what I would recommend, Sahibinden. You go here, click on this, and you can search for it. So let me change it to English using this, translate to English to make things easier. So you can search for rent, or you come here. I advise you to come here instead. And under real estate, you can look for housing. Click on housing. After clicking on housing, you can choose a place not for sale, for rent, and then you can put your budget here, but I'll not put any budget so that we can just see how much they are generally. And depending on how many people you want to live in a room, in a place, in the apartments, let's say 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 maybe is good for 2 people, 3 people. In Istanbul, you can choose districts, and then you can even choose neighborhood. So click on search, and then it will show you the results. So tamam. So you can, let me see, I want to translate this to English again. Okay, the translations are not very good. On the app, you can change the language to English and it's way better. Anyways, now we see 27,500. Where is this, by the way? Kuchuk Check Major. I don't know if these are very expensive places. And you can see the dates that this was posted. Today is the 27th, so this was also posted on 27th. This was posted on the 26th, 13,000, much cheaper. And it's 2 plus 1. You can see the meter square, 138 meters square. And this one is empty, I believe. So you can even filter your results. How do we filter? So where is it? You can click on furnished or unfurnished. Is it furnished? Yes, I want it to be furnished. Now search again. So now we're only looking at furnished apartments, and the prices are quite crazy. 18,000 looks good. They say suitable for employees, students, foreigners. Yeah, so this is a good way to check. So if you are coming and you have you know where your campus is, you know, you can now search by districts. Let's say your campus is in Beykoz. So you can click on search again. Now we are only seeing apartments in Beykoz. Okay, so we see, why is it showing this one? This is for sale, I believe. So now we can see the prices 24, 12, 15, 22, 17, 15, like that. So that's how to search. That's how to see the cost of, you know, apartments, renting an apartment in Istanbul, Ankara, or anywhere you'll be coming to in Turkey. All right, so that's basically it. Before we finish, one more thing I want to show you guys is the cost of residence permits in Turkey 2023. This is the website here. This is the website of the Ministry of Migration Management. So it's 356 Lira. As a student, once you get here, you want to apply for a residence permit, be prepared to pay this as well. Now, there are other expenses you may need to consider. We have, there's the cost of you know, stamping your documents or getting them certified if you didn't do them back at home, you know, stamping, certification, translation, authentication, all these things. So my first advice for you is to go to the Ministry of Education in your countries and make sure all your documents are stamped. Same thing with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, okay? For the case of Nigerians and any other African country, I believe you need to have them stamped back at home before coming to Turkey. For other countries, I'm not exactly sure, but please try to confirm from your Ministry of Education, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, yeah, to avoid extra costs when you get here. In fact, some embassies like the Nigerian embassy would not allow you to authenticate any documents if you did not stamp them back at home. So what happens is that some students come here, they don't have their documents stamped or authenticated. I'm talking about WAEC results, you know, or your diploma or transcript, and they have to send them back home. So cost of cargo and all these things are included, and that's, you know, would even delay you a bit, because without stamping you cannot get your equivalence document, your then click, which is a very, very important document I have explained in one of my videos. So for more information about settling down in Turkey, all the things you need to do, and to also try to plan properly for the cost of, you know, settling down here, there is a video I recommend you on my channel, which was made sometime last year, but it's still relevant in terms of the information provided, and I believe you would find them useful. This is one, and this is a video I'm still releasing gradually, and then there's also one more about residence permits, Zakariyyah residence permit. Yeah, this is also very, very useful. All right guys, that's it from me. I hope this was helpful and insightful. All these websites I have mentioned will be found in the description below. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.